Derek Carr is a really, really unique, almost the antithesis of Stafford.
Yeah.
In a way that, right away, while Stafford, you knew the talent was there and the numbers were cut, like right away, Derek Carr immediately rewarded the Raiders as a second-round pick by going 12-3. Then he got hurt.
Yep.
Almost won the MVP that year. The previous season before that, he threw a ton of touchdowns. Like, I know it's kind of easy to get wrapped up in, well, is Derek Carr really the guy for the Raiders? And that's the conversation now. I get that.
Yep.
But early on, he was undeniably the man for the Raiders.
It wasn't a question, but the problems arose when his coordinators kept changing, and the head coach, obviously. But Derek Carr felt like he hit a plateau that he couldn't get off of. Like, he was really good. You're absolutely right. He was good. It was like, man, this guy is going to be amazing in the years to come if he keeps growing. But then he changed coordinators, I want to say 4 times. And, I did that last game of their season against the Denver Broncos last season, BT, out in Colorado. And we got a chance to sit down, or at least Zoom down, with Derek Carr. Because
did you go to a dispensary, by the way?
No, I did not.
I didn't.
No, we weren't allowed to leave the hotel, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, wow.
Per CBS rules.
You should have one of the PAs run to the dispensary for you.
Could have.
Just kidding.
I didn't even see anybody.
Santa probably would have put an order in, right, Mike?
I honestly didn't see anybody that week except for Beth once I got to the
Beth Mowens.
The studio. Mowens, exactly.
I didn't know that you were that confined to the. I mean, it makes sense, but
look, Seller Shy, who does the golf.
Yeah,
he's great on the golf.
Terrific.
Right now. He was my producer.
Yep.
I didn't see him the whole weekend.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know it was quite that lockdown. I got you.
I did not go to the dispensary, and I Zoom interviewed with Derek Carr, but he brought up an interesting point. He was like all of his career, which is now 8 years. Yeah.
This will be year number 8.
Coming into year number 8, it's been so disjointed. And with John Gruden now in his 3rd year with this team, he's like, I feel like I have stability. I'm finally starting to grow as a quarterback under one regime. And it's why you started to see some confidence, some progression. Maybe he's ready to take that step. And so I think that's why people are looking at this 2021 season. And look, you look at his numbers, 27-9, 4,000 yards passing, 67% completion percentage.
Good.
Right? He was very good last year. And it feels like, okay, he's stepping up off of that plateau right now.
Yep.
Right now is the time to prove it. Like, prove you're one of the elites, or you might be going someplace else in a couple of years. And so it's an interesting inflection point, despite the fact that he's been in the league for a long time already for Derek Carr.
Well, listen, you know what I went through with Sam Darnold, and you know what Giant fans are still kind of in the process going through with Daniel Jones as they try to see who he is, eventually who he is, and who he grows into. Now, imagine if it was either Darnold or Jones right away. And by the way, those guys were both, first-round picks. Jones, number 6, Sam Darnold, number 3. Derek Carr, second-round pick. I believe he was the first pick of the second round, definitely second round. First year on a bad team, 21 touchdowns, 12 picks. Then he comes back, 32 touchdowns, 13 picks. Then he goes 28-6. Picks, and he goes 12-3, almost wins the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, the trajectory is through the roof. So all this noise as we get to the part of the conversation, which is really interesting now, Tom Brady, when he dropped the mother bleeper out there a while ago, when that made some news about a team, when he found out a team that I guess he was interested in going to before he settled on Tampa, when he found out the team was going to stick with their quarterback, his reaction was, mother bleeper, and maybe he was kidding, maybe he wasn't, but a lot of people surmise, probably not, a lot of people surmise, including me on the show 2 weeks ago, that it was Derek Carr. For a while, I felt that Derek Carr was almost projecting false bravado, false confidence. The last year or so, I actually believe that he believes that he's really good, and that's a good thing.
I think it is as well.
That's a great thing.
You almost feel that now watching him play and hearing his interviews and talking, just like that interview, hearing him talk to media. He believes in what he's doing and what he's become and who he can become. And I don't want to say that that's more than half the battle, but it is a big part of the conversation when you talk about quarterbacks. I mean, one of the things that happens for guys who don't experience success early in their careers, they start to then doubt whether or not they can actually get there. And that's where good coaching comes in. Like Darnold, exactly.
I'm sure he's wondering.
He's not. He knows how good he is, really, but is he really?
How could he possibly truly believe it 100%?
That's exactly right, because he hasn't seen success.
Correct.
And every step of the way for almost any athlete in any sport, like at some point you hit success. You move up a level, hit success. Move up a level, hit success. Get to the ultimate level, like success is coming. I know it's coming, but if it doesn't ever show up, then you start doubting yourself.
Yeah.
And I believe for a couple of years there, Derek Carr was probably in that. I'm hearing all this noise. Like they don't want me. They want to get rid of me. But for the last 2 years, and now going into the third with Gruden, you can feel that confidence coming back.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing for Raider Nation.
Yeah,
they ultimately have to take that next step because he hasn't played in the playoff game yet. They went 1 year.
Yep,
he was hurt. That was the year that you were.
What, he hurt his hand? He hurt his finger, his hand?
His finger, or maybe it was ankle. No, it was.
I don't think it was his foot. I thought it was something with his arm, right?
That we felt like, man, maybe he could play through this. I remember thinking this. Maybe he should play through this.
I don't remember thinking that.
And he didn't. But either way, he hasn't played in a playoff game.
No.
He's been in the league for 7 years, hasn't played in a playoff game, and good quarterbacks usually make it to the postseason at some point. So this is the year.
That's a huge season for him, but it's such a good division. Even the Broncos will be better. I mean, the Chargers are coming. Kansas City's lights out. That's a tough division. We talk about the NFC West. The AFC West,
that's right,
is a beast.
That's right. Look,
if Denver's the worst team, good luck,
dude. There's a lot of divisions that are not. They're going to be up in the air. The NFC East, we're talking about. Like, we think
Cowboys, Redskins, Washington, Giants.
Yep.
I mean, there's a couple teams out there.
Right.
I'll tell you, even the AFC East, you're more high on the Patriots rebounding than me. Though I do think they'll be much more competitive this year. But what's Miami do? If Tua flourishes, which I'm not sold on, you have the Bills. What do the Pats do? That could be a 3-team race.
Yeah.
The North with the Packers and the Vikings should be pretty decent. The Bears should much be better, especially if they unleash Justin Fields.
Right.
I can't wait like I said yesterday, I can wait for football because then the summer's over. But I can't wait for football, man. I can't wait.
Here. It's here already.
I can feel that. I can feel it in the bones.
July doesn't feel like football is here, but football is here in 2 weeks.
It's coming, brother.